Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Retro Gaming. Today we're playing Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil, I'm sorry. This is Jill's playthrough. When we last left off, we had just swapped the two emblems there after unlocking the passage by playing the Moonlight Sonata on the piano. Now, before we put the other one in, we might as well go explore the rest of this hallway because we did leave out a couple rooms. Now, in case you guys are wondering some useless information here, the mansion is owned by Oswell Spencer. Hence the reason why before I referred to it as the Spencer Estate. Now, if we can move past this guy, we can just shoot him dead from behind the bed since we don't have a shotgun. Alright, so there's a couple things here we need to get. The first one is the Keeper's Diary. And he's basically describing the symptoms of what seems to be taking over his body. Itchy tasty. Yummy. Alright, and there's some shotgun shells in the closet here on the floor. Okay, so the mansion, as I said, was made by, was owned by Oswald Spencer, who is one of the leading founders of the Umbrella Corporation, who masks some of their less than notable works behind the guise of a pharmaceutical company. The creator of the mansion, who has very little to do with this particular game, but has been mentioned as heavily in the remake, is George Trevor. Now, if you guys have played the remake, as we swap the crests here, and the clock will slide across when it hits 12, and we will have a cubby that we can explore. Now, George Trevor, when we get there, hopefully I'll remember to mention it, but he has an office in the mansion. So let's check this key. We find out it's carving of shield. Okay. Now, George Trevor doesn't have much say in this particular game, but he was a somewhat notable character in the remake. But not necessarily him. It was more his daughter, Lisa Trevor. If you guys have played the remake, then you should know who she is. Or what she is, I should say. She's like Satan incarnate. But, just some useless trivia. One of the other three leading co-founders, I guess you could say, of Umbrella was another scientist whose last name was, it's something Marcus. And he's from Resident Evil 0. You don't learn about him until 0. Alright, so you get some handgun bullets, you get some shotgun shells. There is another door in the back there that has 2 green herbs in there that you can get. But trust me, you're going to have more healing than you could shake a stick at. Oh my god. You know what, guys? I totally forgot something. We gotta go back. I'm gonna meet you in the hallway that we got the Keeper's Diary in. Alright, so we're walking through the icky door into the icky hall here. And we forgot to put that blue jewel to some use. See, I'm so busy trying to give you guys some useful information about the game that I totally forgot what I was doing. So if you read the tiger here, the inscription says, some tigers have a red eye, some tigers have a blue eye. Well, let's give him his blue eye back. And you see this turns, and it reveals might be pentagonal or hexagonal sided figure here. It looks like 6. But in either way, we get ourselves the Wind Crest. That is one of 4 crests that will open the back door to this mansion. which in the remake, I know I referenced the remake a lot, but it's just how much better it is. But unfortunately, I can't do it for you, so it doesn't matter. Is not opened with the crest. The crest actually gives you the magnum in the graveyard, which doesn't exist in this game to begin with. Well, it's not the graveyard, it's an outside area with 2 tombstones. So I guess it's a pseudo graveyard. Anyway, now we can get out of here. But I thought you guys might find it interesting who created the mansion and who it is owned by Umbrella and who designed it. And he designed it to be all wacky. That's by design, because the owner of the mansion is very into that whole cloak and dagger routine, meaning that, you know, that whole spy thing and solving mysteries and puzzles and crazy shit like that. So anyway, let's go on a spree with the armor key here. We can open a whole bunch of doors. And let's go in here, because this is an easy room. And let's push this. Come on, Jill. Push it. It's not that difficult. There's a navigational failure here. Alright, so you push both of these stone statues over the vents here to prevent gas from leaking out when you press the switch. I don't know if the gas kills you instantly. If it goes off, I think it just poisons you and you can run out. But I wouldn't really try it either. Now in the remake, I know, you also don't get the sun crest in here, you get a box. You gotta solve a puzzle to get some whacked out thing out of it. A stone object or maybe a metal object, one or the other. Alright, so let's head out here. Oh, hello. I forgot about him. Well, let's make sure that doesn't happen. Okay, he's not dead, because when I auto-aimed on him, it shot me back to him. Come on. How many inventory spots do I got? 1? That should be enough. Actually, I don't think it is. It's enough for the important item. And... well, yeah. It's enough for the important item. Which is the lighter. There's some handgun bullets here, which we could take because we have room. And that's it. There's a red herb on the floor if you need it. We don't. And they're in the other room, which I might as well at least get the file. So if you guys want to read it. You push this thing aside to drain the tub, and you'll end up with some rounds. Which we may get later, I don't know. Depends on how needy I am. I doubt 6 explosive rounds are really going to make all that big a difference. Alright. Now it's time to go drop off some inventory here. Just dump it all in your storage bin. The armor key we need. Well, for now it really don't matter where the hell you put it. Just get rid of everything. Shotgun shells. Well, handgun bullets you can take, and the key we're going to get rid of, so it really don't matter. You want a lot of inventory spots, because we're going to go pick up a couple items. Going to go use the armor key. It'll be the last door, so we'll be getting rid of it. And there's a ton of herbs in there, and I mean a ton of herbs. I think there's another round of 6 herbs. They're all green, though, as far as I can remember. Now, sometimes there's a zombie here. I don't know if that's in this one or the remake, though. But anyway, sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. And I'm actually going to stop this video here. Thank you for tuning into Retro Gaming. This is Resident Evil Jill's Scenario.